Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for coming out tonight. We've got ESL1 qualifiers going on right now. This is Truesight TV bringing you Thundercats up against Burden United. I'm SP Revolution 5, and I'm joined by DragonDrop Dota. How's it going, DragonDrop?
10 seconds remaining.
And DragonDrop couldn't hear me, but I'll try again. How's it going, DragonDrop? I forgot I hit the mute button, sorry.
Oh, of course. I do that sometimes too, so I forgive you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm really excited for this game, despite the names we have for Burden United, and the fact that we were almost going to have a chance, or a stats man, but it didn't quite work out. But we're ready to go right now. Thundercat's going to start off with that Batrider pick that worked out for them so well in the last game. And if you didn't see that, of course, you can check it out later on our YouTube. The VOD is uploading as we speak. But Burden United going to go with the high and mighty, the Chin. And I feel like a lot of Tier 2 teams are kind of afraid to pick Chin because they don't feel that they are the puppy, you know?
Yeah, it's a really high skill cap hero. It takes quite a bit to actually make it work in a way that is super effective. People like Puppy, people like Archaea, these kinds, they really make it seem easy, but it's really not. I mean, if you've ever played StarCraft 2, and I know you have,
yeah,
then you know that migrating a couple of units at the same time is not quite as easy. So, of course, they definitely should be able to handle that one. All of them are seasoned veterans here.
Of course.
Supposedly, I don't know any of these people officially.
Well, I know that Kappa is come with me, because I figured that out in the lobby. I'm not sure which one is my nuts. That's right. I'm not sure which one my nuts are.
I think At is Necroman.
Yeah.
And SB should be Sexy Bambo.
Yeah, that would make sense. And definitely the Beaver Knight is Sing Sing. So we'll assume my nuts is Vladimir Putin. You heard it here first, guys. Necro is drafting? Okay, wait. Reverse Harry, who is apparently a mod / sub of Come With Me, says Necroman's drafting. So that makes him the Putin?
Might be as well. Regardless, I'm not gonna indulge them.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna call them the way they are right now, which is At, Bracket, Kappa, and SB. That's who they're gonna be. Gonna have a Chen, as we talked about, and a Sniper as well, another hero that is super popular, right? And when it comes to right-clickers, there's really almost no better hero to pick, right? Sniper with the enormous range, enormous attack speed later or down the line as well. Good damage output just inherently early on in the laning stage with the headshot at the very least, and a really good shrapnel to help him through that. Really solid all around hero if you're just looking for a damage dealer, right?
Yeah. And
though with a good draft up against it though already, with the Batrider just being able to jump right on top of him, drag him out, make him vulnerable, and the Ancient Apparition combination as well, gonna nullify the Chen's ultimate in the later teamfights.
Okay, and I do have confirmation. We've got Necroman for the first one, My Nuts, Sing Sing, Come With Me, and Sexy Bambo. So, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Burden United actually banning out the Zeus, which is kind of standard sort of standard here. Definitely a good idea up against the Ancient Apparition. Don't want to have that easy follow-up damage to an Ice Blast hitting.
Yeah,
and Spirit Breaker, which is a little bit more interesting here.
We've seen this used, though. I don't know if you got to watch the Major All-Stars EU qualifiers today, but PR... I'm trying to get the team straight. It was PR and NIP, okay? And one team has Sniper, one team has Spirit Breaker. If I'm not mistaken, I may be thinking of a different name, but I'm trying to get it right here. And basically, Spirit Breaker's there to close distance between Sniper. Get in his face, fight him like a man, or a cow, I guess, and just say, you think your guns are cool, buddy? Wait till you see me.
Yeah, but then again, if that fails, what is it really doing? I don't know. I've just never seen a Spirit Breaker really be super effective and do something that any other hero couldn't have done just as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe one day I will see the light of the space cow as well. we're gonna see some dazzling light from the Disruptor here, from his thundery spells at the very least.
Yeah, and someone who's decent against Batrider, at least, if you can get that glimpse off very quickly. Also, someone who's good with a Sniper, just to be able to zone enemies out. Disruptor's all about zoning people out. You blink in on Sniper, you're going home. Sorry, buddy. Just head back. And then also the Kinetic Field there to keep you in place, and a decent damage dealer in team fights as well. But they don't need much damage, seeing as they have Sniper for most of that.
The one thing that worries me, though, is that this being picked relatively early in the draft, like halfway through, and Thundercat's still having 3 heroes left, they can easily take advantage of this and draft an aggressive tri-lane here. Vengeful Spirit's still in the pool, and all these combination heroes to put in one position that in the aggressive tri-lane is still available, like a Weaver if they want to go for that, or something along those lines, right? They can easily put something like that together and put on so much pressure on the lane. That would be the safe lane here.
Yeah.
And Disruptor won't be able to do anything about it. I mean, Chen eventually, yes, but ideally he wants to stay a couple of minutes in the jungle.
And Thunder,
yeah, can work in that capacity quite easily, unless they run a mid, of course.
I guess they're hoping that or Mom is watching, and they're going to show him how it's done. Really. And Windrunner, yeah, definitely a good hero here. A natural kind of Orchid builder if she wants to be. And that's going to be very effective against this team right now. Not as much against the Sniper, but definitely against Chen and Disruptor. Slark, very good against this. And one of those heroes that's just a pain to play against. I'm not sure I like him as much on a team with Sniper, but it can definitely work.
Well, more than anything, they needed a strong solo laner, right? Because, I mean, Chen is going to roam around, sure, but he's not going to be able to support any carry in lane. Neither is the Disruptor, as we just talked about, so... need the Slark here for the off lane maybe, or the safe lane, and then pick up someone else that is similarly adept at just surviving all alone. Maybe something like a Timbersaw even, but... that could actually work, but I don't know. Probably not, though. I haven't seen the Timbersaw in quite a while, I want to say. It's unfortunate. It's a fun hero to watch. But, yeah. Maybe, or something like a Clockwork for the offlane, right?
Yeah, Clockwork could be very nice. I don't really see Timbersaw getting picked up here against a Disruptor. I feel like Disruptor does way too well against him. And actually, Clockwork isn't going to do too great against Disruptor either. Guys, no, I hookshot in.
I meant for Burden United.
Oh, okay, yeah, then sure.
Is suboptimal up against Batrider because of Firefly, but even then, you're still zoning him out, or if he's just flying away, he's still gonna get hit by the cogs.
Ooh. Okay. And a hero who doesn't even really have to close the distance that much, the Ember Spirit. I like this a lot. However, against Disruptor, it feels really risky. But keep in mind, they are in a best of 3. They've got a little bit of room to work if they want to try something a little crazy this first game.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, this is... From Thundercats, this is a very bold lineup once again. Just like last game. They want to play very aggressively. They want to be the ones doing making all the plays that they want to make, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if Batrider botches the initiation because of the Disruptor Glimpse, if Ember Spirit just lands in a Disruptor combination or something like that, if they just miscalculate and don't hit the Ice Blast and then gets thrown off by a Chen Global Ultimate, by a Chen and Global Heal, the Hand of God.
Yeah.
And then lose the fight because of that. That just can make them fall flat in their face and can lose them the game eventually as well. Up against the Slark and the Sniper, who are very good at actually capitalizing these kind of moments, and the Chen as well, to add that pushing component.
Okay, they'll ban the Broodmother, and you can't blame them there. Witch Doctor being banned out by Burden United. So they're reading this as a core Windrunner, which I would assume it is. We don't really see her as support, at least not very successfully these days. But it'll be Legion Commander for Burden United as their offlaner. They have initiation, but I feel they don't have very strong initiation, other than Legion. And then she's going to have to blink into a very good scenario. And they still have quite a bit of lockdown for her if she's standing still and fighting, so...
Huh. Don't necessarily agree with that, to be honest, because so far every one of Thundercat's heroes can help out in the duel.
Yeah.
Seconds remaining.
Windrunner with the shackle.
The Focus Fire too. Ooh.
Focus Fire, Elo Titan and
Now-
that on top of that employs absolutely everything.
This is that hero that when he's popular, he is so popular. Everyone picks him every single game. He's top tier. But as soon as he gets nerfs, everyone's like, Elder who? What? There's a hero like that? Really? Why would I don't know. I've never heard of this guy. Like, and that's how it is right now. And I was thinking the other day, this hero is still really strong. He's not quite as strong as he was, but the fact that he'll be able to reduce base armor, he can initiate from a long way away with the Spirit, and he doesn't risk getting glimpsed, or even really picked off. If he can land the stomp, he can land the stomp, so this will be very interesting to see from the Thundercats. Also, quick shout out to Dr. Corporate British. He's giving us stats via the chat. Wow, I almost mixed that up completely. But he is going to be in the lobby next game. And we will see. Fluff needing just a moment here. So be taking the reins on the Elder Titan.
Fluff, please.
I'm excited for this game. I mean, when do we get to see Chin and Elder Titan in the same game? I mean, it's probably happened, but I guess that it's very rare. And on top of this, a Windrunner as well.
Yeah. Thing about Elder Titan is that, and it's always been the case, but everyone always points that out as well, that just him being there, well, either himself or the Spirit, just having that natural order aura provides so much. But the thing is, it isn't really flashy for himself, but it just makes everything else seem so much more devastating than it actually is.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, right?
And it makes everything else on your team do that as well. If it only affected Elder Titan's damage, it would be ridiculous.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else's ability is just so much more broken, so to speak, right?
Yeah. I was going to one-up you, but I keep forgetting I can't do that. You're too good, DragonDrop. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and...
If you just repeat what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Burdens United, since I've actually written their names down so that I don't lose track. We have on the bot lane Sing Sing playing the Slark. Master Sing Sing, of course. We've got Kappa, who is Come With Me, and he's going to be going with Sing Sing, of course. Chen will be played by My Nuts. And I'm trying to pause here because we do have a bit of a smoke. And they have been spotted by the Legion Commander. Looks like they're just going to place some wards and get some control of the jungle. They want to get control of this jungle before Chen's able to do much, but it doesn't look like blood's going to be spilled very early on here. On the mid lane, we'll have Necroman on the sniper, and up top, it's going to be SB, otherwise known as, of course, Sexy Bambo, not SB Revolution, on that Legion Commander.
And for the Thundercats, we've got Fluff on the much-loved Elder Titan Monkeys Forever, gonna be the Ember Spirit. 52 playing the Windrunner here. Offlane will be July Flame once again on the Batrider, which only leaves Spirits currently blocking Qualifier here, fittingly enough in the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah.
It kinda looks like a Spirit, so...
And of course, you're watching Truesight TV with myself, SB Revolution 5, and my wonderful co-caster, DragonDrop Dota. And we're really happy you guys are here. Thanks for coming out. I believe the server is Lux. I didn't check in the lobby, but
yeah.
I want to say it is.
Yeah,
I'll check before game 2, though.
All on Lux. That was actually one of the issues, I believe.
Yeah.
About American teams.
Yeah.
Initially, don't think they were allowed to actually play in the qualifiers, but now they can if they're fine with playing in Luxembourg. So.
And if they hadn't been allowed to play, we wouldn't have the Thundercats here. So.
Yeah.
Exciting for them, but it all comes down to this. This, I believe, gets you into the actual EU qualifiers.
Yeah, just like a qualifier, right?
Yeah.
Man.
But, I mean, it gives everyone a fair shot, so... Well, theoretically, at least. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk these lanes. DragonDrop, what is sticking out to you here in terms of matchups? Oh.
I thought you were playing on Sticky Napalm here, which is what Jula Flame is. Yeah, I mean he's already level 2, so he's fine. Just straight up, just with that, because even if he gets Zona right the hell now, and I don't see a Disruptor doing that, he would be able to rotate into the jungle nonetheless. So he's gonna have a good start, and if he plays like last game, then that's gonna be scary for Burden United here.
Yeah, and knowing that Shen is in the jungle means that he can be that aggressive and just say, I'm taking your creep wave, there's nothing you can do about it, see you later.
Exactly, and at the same time he takes some of Chen's jungle farm as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, these kind of lanes are all gonna be working out in TC's favor, absolutely. Maybe not the middle lane as much, because Windrunner does not quite have the range and the power shot is easy to dodge, so there's not a whole lot of harassment going Sniper's way. On the other hand, he'll be able to do just that to his opponent. So middle lane should be going the way of Burden United, but that's about all of it. As top lane is in tight control here of the Thundercats as well. I mean, it doesn't take much more than the Searing Chains into a couple of chill and cut right clicks to bring a Legion Commander down, especially with no sort of defensive items built here.
Yeah, I really like the way TC have drafted this because everyone on their team has some sort of lockdown. It may not be that they have an instant stun like Windrunner will, but with a little bit of setup, they can make it work. And their team's very flexible in team fights, so you don't have to rely on one person to initiate. However, Dire's Courier going down to, it looks like Come With Me here, who they're going to take him back home. Shackle Shot coming through. Who's going to get it here? It looks like Windrunner going to pick it up. Picking up First Blood, already sitting on 500 gold and does have a bottle, so not going to be starting out bad at all. However, Chilling Touch and a Searing Chains coming out top on Sexy Bambo, and Ancient Apparition going to be able to secure the kill there.
Well, for the counter kill ability, a couple of right clicks, Test of Faith will be enough. Kappa actually takes it here.
I didn't realize my nuts had moved up to the top lane just yet.
Yeah, me either, but yeah, they have a lot riding on him. On this Chen being able to do what he does with the creeps. I mean, they're banking on him to turn these lanes around that are inherently disadvantageous to them. Yeah, that was first rotation already very good for them, but unfortunately they didn't get the first blood off of that.
Yeah. I still feel the mid lane exchange with the Windrunner getting the kill was relatively even, seeing as they did get everyone on the team a little bit of gold with that courier kill. And in fact, we'll actually see Burdens United are sitting at a gold advantage despite the fact that they're 1 and 2 and gave up First Blood. So,
yeah, the Chen effect, the courier snipe, or
yeah, of
the
course,
jungle effect in general. Yeah, that's just the way of it. The thing is, that kind of early momentum doesn't necessarily translate through into the later parts of the game and into the mid game, into this transitional phase, if you don't actually make something happen with that.
Yeah,
just one level advantage on the Chen with one extra creep, right?
And they're continuing to apply that pressure right now. Monkeys Forever getting jumped on, possibly. They are not quite engaging yet, making sure they don't take too much tower harass. But Spirit will be going down on the back end here. Nice net up from my nuts. And it looks like Fluff will throw out the Spirit. It'll just harass a little bit. Now, one thing they do have going for them on the side of Thundercats is picking up the Elder Titan into the chin. Means there's more creeps that Elder Titan Spirit can hit, which is going to give him even more bonus speed and bonus damage. It may not seem like much with 1% bonus speed per creep and 12 damage at max level, but it can really stack up, because that ends up being almost another hero's worth. 4% speed and 48 bonus damage, which is more than a hero. Once he has all 4 of those. Monkeys Forever going to be jumped on top lane, it looks like, and I think they're going to be able to take him down. He'll throw out a Searing Chains just to do some damage. A sleep from the Elder Titan coming out as well. Kappa will go ahead and salve back up, but they're going to get a kill and then back off here. The aggression coming out from this Chen is really helping them out in the early game.
Yeah, it's mostly just the creeps being there, not so much the effect of the creeps, but just that there are units there that makes it harder for Monkeys Forever to get good Searing Chains off. Because if they get a stun or disable on one or two of these heroes under the tower, then they actually get to right click without fearing for their lives.
Yeah.
And then that looks a little bit different here. As it stands, not being able to do that just yet. Yeah, very good pressure here. Just really making it count. Very impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, and both mid laners picking up their boots right now. It looks like Windrunner's just headed back to base for a second to refill the bottle. She is one of those heroes that doesn't necessarily have to bottle croak, can honestly just run fast enough to get there in time.
Speaking of Windrunner, Dr. Copper British here in the chat gave us a nice little stat here. 50% of Windrunner's games are out of the middle lane, so this game as well. But she only has a 38.5% win rate, so I don't know if that is out of all the games in mid lane or games in general.
And Shane getting blown up by a shackle shot. She may not have a great win rate. The creeps, though, able to turn it around. I believe they got like a centaur stomp into a clap, and Windrunner just able to keep it alive for long enough there, but not able to save the Elder Titan in the end, who does end up falling. A pretty decent trade, though, considering how much Chen is doing for the team. Oh, okay. What happened here?
Looks like straight up duel into just dual win. Maybe Disruptor here to help. That's not something that's supposed to happen, right? Ember Spirit not even level 6 yet, not having that ability to quickly get that out of dodge before the duel comes out.
Yeah.
The cost him there all alone.
Not to mention, with Disruptor on the team, Ember may look to zip away, but if they can get a good glimpse on him anyway, it may not matter very much. While you try to zip away from Legion, if they have good enough vision, which they can definitely get with the sniper, they'll be able to pull you back in, and the Sniper Disruptor combo is going to be very strong because of it.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of adds another layer for the Ember Spirit. I mean, technically, if you can zip to one Remnant and then get glimpsed back, by that time you should have the secondary Remnant out already. At kind of the similar spot. So
there is a nice ward out here. There'll be a two-man shackle shot coming through. Power shot as well. They'll block them off with a kinetic field, but it looks like Chen's going to go down. He tries to return some damage. There's not quite enough. Spirit going to fall on the other side, and Fluff looking for blood here. Monkeys moving forward. There will be a slight stun onto Sexy Bambo. They'll glimpse back Monkeys, but only to safety as he takes down, or with the help of Elder Titan, manages to take down the Legion commander, who, well, Chen looks more like a commander of a Legion here, as his creeps are barely getting away and getting away in just enough time. I wouldn't be too surprised if he was having Sexy Bambo possibly help him out on the micro side. He plays such good micro, we know, in the past, and I mean, the more the better, of course. And this team clearly has great communication, the way they're moving around the map. They've already taken down a tower. Now, Sniper will probably die for this, but still a worthy trade. He gets everybody on his team 200 gold and gives away a little money to Batrider, who has got his Blink Dagger now, so he will be able to find this kills. Actually, a 9.5 minute blink. That's extremely fast.
Yep. I can't remember the fastest Blink Dagger on Batrider. I think it was like 7 minutes, but I'm sure Dr. Copper British can look that up for me.
Yeah.
It's definitely a really good timing. Sub 10 minutes is all. It's kind of the ideal for the Batrider. The problem is he did that by jungling, and sure, that's the strength of the Batrider, but it also means that this bottom lane was absolutely unattended for almost the entire game so far, and that means Lark level 9 has a hand on Midas and 5,000 gold to boot.
This could be a problem, though, because Sing Sing doesn't have combat potential right now. He's got the Midas, which is great for farming, but he can't get much. Actually, July Flame could be in a little bit of trouble here if Sing can get a good pounce off. Looks like it may not happen here, as the turn rate from that Sticky Napalm is going to be enough to ward him off. But this passive Midas, I mean, he'll be able to get it, but he knows Batrider's farming up a Blink, and he's going to be able to be very active around the map. It's going to get a little scary for Sing Sing here at the early mid-game, and I'm honestly surprised the Thundercats aren't putting on a little more pressure now that they've seen this.
Definitely have to, and I think for Burden United it's just mostly the case that they feel very confident in their ability to withstand the Batrider, especially since they know that they've kind of been shutting down the Ember Spirit. I mean, he doesn't even have upgraded boots yet. 39 gold in banks, so you can definitely pick up something along those lines unless he just decides to rush for Battle Fury or something silly, right?
But yeah, possibly. There'll be a lasso out on Sing Sing right now, and they'll actually take him down low enough. He does lose a lot of health there, and he actually could potentially shatter. They need a little more damage, though, to finish him off. Power Shot will secure the kill. 52 now on a dominating spree as they pull into the lead with the 7th kill. And keep in mind, this Windrunner is going, I hope, at least, straight for something like the Maelstrom. I don't think we're going to see a Midas come out, especially against this very active early game team. I feel like that would be a pretty big misplay on his part. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, Sniper takes down the Elder Titan. Still a great trade for the Thundercats taking down the Slark, especially when he's got this Midas. He's still going to be able to use it. They can't really predict that, but it's going to be the issue. I wouldn't be too surprised if Monkeys here was going for Boots of Travel, but actually he'll go for Come With Me right now, and he'll take him down. The Flame Guard there to block the Assassinate from Sniper, and we'll do the job there.
Yep. Very nice pickup. I mean, these are kind of like little things normally, but with Thundercats being behind like this at this point in the game already, there's just so much more extra gold. That alone was a 500 gold swing. A little bit of that going to the Ember Spirit, but even more going to the Ancient Apparition. And
yeah,
he's actually decently farmed here. Boots as well as an Urn of Shadows. He can and 500 gold in the bank. That's a decent start towards the Dragon Scepter. So of course it's still quite a ways off, but it starts summing up. Now top lane, Sniper. He is spotting out all these movements, so they can maybe try and find a pick-off themselves as they rotate in some more support. We have Disruptor here.
Yeah, they see Batrider moving around though, and they know something's up. Nice dodge by the Ember Spirit though. And actually, the duel tried to come out from Legion, not going to be able to get it. They'll glimpse Batrider back, but Legion already dead. Spirit under fire here may go down, but still a good trade, seeing as they pick off the Legion, lose their AA, who was definitely participating in the kill, and denied a duel, basically. The duel wasn't used, but we all know Legion was charging up for something, and it wasn't just for a walk in the park.
Ancient Apparition actually got the kill, so
yeah,
had a lot of reliable gold on top of that pile.
Speaking of which, though, it's 13 minutes in, and Shin is sitting on Arcane Boots and 750 gold. This is very farmed, and we're looking at, I'd say, maybe a 25-minute Ags if everything goes this way. The question is, will it? There's been no towers taken down by Thundercats just yet, and they've lost 2, which is not exactly where you want to be. But Windrunner now picking up her first damage item. Sark with the Blink Dagger. We're going to see a lot more action around the map in just a moment here.
Yep. Well, not really surprising since Thundercat doesn't really have the best tower push. They have a lot of pickoff and team fight, and they would be looking to fight that. Oh,
Blink hit from Sing Sing. Windrunner's in a bit of trouble. Loses the bounty rune, but there's an AA ult coming in, and he's going to be able to get away.
Windrunner, man, so freaking good. Evasion.
Yeah. Now, Sniper's headshot, they still... Yeah, headshot procs cannot be evaded, so... We could very easily still see Sniper hit Windrunner through that, but it's, again...
20% of the time, and doesn't really give you points if you're being dueled or if Slark just bounces on you and you got the Windrunner up, so...
Yeah.
These situations very useful, and if Slark had committed there, he would have just straight up died because he would have run right into into Focus Fire as well as the Ancient Apparition ultimate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Focus Fire is a deceptively strong ability, but yeah, Monkey's maybe in a little bit of trouble. He's actually not losing much health just yet, but he'll go down to the Test of Faith, and Chin's face will be rewarded as he's got his Centaur Troll squad here. Oh, and Sniper disconnecting from the game. A little bit of an awkward spot. They don't know it, though.
This is like the worst time to pause whatsoever.
Sorry, he's Turkish. Yeah. Not strong interweb.
Well, safe to say that this was not a tactical pause on their part. Maybe it was, I don't know. But yeah, they know the July Flame is committed here. Sexy Bambo, he does have a blink deck. You could blink duel straight off the bat, so in this case would be quite useful for them. Ancient Apparition sitting on the high ground. Do they have enough damage with the Ice Blast? That's gonna be the question, to kill them right at the spot. Windrunner up at the top here with the power shot.
A lot of it depends on whether they hit Legion with the Ice Blast or not. If she gets hit with the Ice Blast, I think they can win the duel. if she blinks in afterwards somehow, which I don't really see that happening, she might be okay. So it's going to depend on how eager they are for this. Now, keep in mind, Batrider is right here. He's just blinked in, and this is, I mean, it's a bad time to pause anyway. Necroman's going to reconnect, and, well, there you go.
Yeah, maybe that's one of these situations where, I mean, it's really, really unfortunate. Sometimes when you see disconnects like this, I mean, nothing's really happening, but this is really one of these dreaded pauses right in a high impact situation, right?
Yeah.
This is one of these gangs that TC needs to actually stay in the game, right? They need to find these pickups on the back of the Batrider. They're in a good position as well. They could still take this fight, but they're probably gonna lose at least one hero here.
Now, somebody in chat was asking about Boots of Travel first on Ember, and I do want to bring up that this is basically the Smash build. He goes for this item consistently, and he's a very good Ember player, as you might know. But the idea is that you can throw out Remnants. First of all, your Remnants are faster, which gives you a little more escape potential. You can also TP home and then just zip right back to the Remnant. Now, against Disruptor, this may not work perfectly. You have to be a little more careful, but this is going to enable him to have pretty much infinite mana and really use his mana to farm very quickly in the lane, in the jungle, wherever he wants to be. So, yeah.
Yep. Does make sense too. I mean, whenever I play Ember, there's always that point where you do a lot in the fight, but then your fuel, in this case your mana pool, is just exhausted. Maybe your health pool as well, and you have no easy way to regenerate that unless you spend gold on a teleport scroll and the remnant to come back in. Yeah, if you go straight for Boots of Travel, that also means that you don't have to spend gold on extra teleport scrolls all the time. You do have that infinite mana, as you said. It does mean that you have to be very careful, not just up against the Disruptor, but in general, because Ember Spirit inherently very squishy, and we saw what can happen earlier with that. I mean, up in the top lane next to the tier 2, Disruptor just Static Storm right off the bat, and then triple follow-up from the Jenny. I mean, he has a Dark Troll Summoner and 2 Centaur Conquerors. That's like the ideal team fight in ganking creeps to have.
Yeah. It's a very potent combo indeed, and it'll be very interesting. Crap. Just when I was thinking, okay, I can finally maybe go to the bathroom real quick. Nope, he's back. Just have to hold it. We're good. We're good here. We're still here.
No time for these shenanigans, Revo.
It's the other caster's curse. Okay. Yeah. Looks like Thundercat's already. I'm not sure Necroman's quite ready for what's right on him right now. But we'll see how the fight unfolds here. Lasso does come out. They're going to use the AA ulti toward the mid lane. And actually, they do purge off the Lasso with the Legion Commander ulti. Or, press the attack, excuse me. 228 victories. Not in this game, but at least. And another one added to the count here. As Legion will be headed off toward the top lane. Nicely done there. Unfortunately, couldn't do much else. And it looks like Fluff actually going to go down a solo kill from My Nuts. 2k gold up on him. I mean, I think he should finish the Blink Dagger, but at this point you could almost just say, hey, let's go for... Or, not Blink Dagger, the mech. Yep. But you could almost say, let's go for the Ags straight away.
Glimmer's back here. Is it actually going to keep him alive? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Legion Commander's heal will do the job mostly, and Monkeys doesn't want to risk too much. Right now, he needs to farm up with these Boots of Travels. That's what they're made for, really. They're not made to move around the map as much. It's just so you can sustain your farm for long periods of time.
Well, TC definitely feeling the pressure now. I mean, gold and experience graph are constantly climbing here in favor of Burden United.
Yep.
And, I mean, they still have potential to come back. Especially since Legion Commander didn't find too many dual wins just yet. I mean, 20 extra damage is still manageable, and that hero falls off if you don't get a constant stream of extra damage from that. Sniper maybe not so much. Shen, can they get him here? Yes, they can. Can they get his creeps? That's the next big question. Looks like they can here. Stun comes out, the Mighty Sniper with the Flame Guard.
One down.
Yep.
2 more headed that way too. Yep, they will finally clean up the Legion of Chen.
Yeah.
And
that's a big deal. I mean, that's
a lot of time.
1 or 2 extra heroes and a lot of time going the way, going down the drain. I mean, Chen has to spend some time building up the army again, and if he doesn't do that to full, if he just comes to fight with 1 or 2 creeps, those are less likely to die again, right?
As Legion takes the bot lane, though, I do want to point out both the hard camps right now. Please don't kill it, Sniper. Oh my god, he wouldn't.
What?
He's doing it. He killed the Centaur. There were 2 Centaurs in the Radiant jungle, and Sniper's just like, no, there weren't any. Sorry, just kidding.
Leave me alone, man. I need farm. I mean, he's right. He needs farm.
I mean, he does need farm, definitely.
Yeah, they need him to do the extra damage that Legion Commander isn't getting, right? And Chen, as good as he is at this stage in the game, he starts falling off now.
Yeah.
At least in terms of the creep impact.
At least until he can get his Ags up and he can grab one of those golems and give his whole team an aura of damage. And actually, Legion getting an illusion rune. There'll be a focus fire out onto her. And she should go down. A few more right clicks will do the job. Can they get vision? Monkeys coming in. The Shatter as well. Ember Spirit there for the kill. And picks himself up about 1,300 as well in the bank. So he's going to be working toward this Battle Fury very quickly here. It's going to be a little far behind, but nice shackle shot in on Spirit there. Or on Sing. But unfortunately, Windrunner not going to make it out. They do get some good damage onto Monkeys forever. He's going to try to get away, though. He gets silenced, though. Can't quite make it around. Necroman getting a double kill now that he's back in this game, and it's a very hard blow to take for the Thundercats right now. Sing Sing already working on that Eye of Scotty, and only about 2k gold to go.
Oh man, that looked like an easy pickup here on her channel as well. A little bit overextended. But then the Assassinate just picking off the Ancient Apparition straight off the bat, and then Slark just using the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
And, focusing down the Windrunner, and then nice glimpse into Kinetic Field, Static Storm, whatever these spells are called. I keep mixing those up, but yeah, whatever.
Kinetic Storm and Static Field, right?
Yeah. What? No. God damn it, Revo. But yeah.
Oh, and SB actually going to get the duel off right now. July Flame going down to a Sniper. And
way to do it.
Oh!
For some payback here. Mantra's out of it is the Sniper. And now the turnaround, maybe. Monkey's quite fast, but not fast enough to get out of the glimpse range.
Oh.
And now Blink to Remnant and Disruptor. Is he? Oh, shots. He's not gonna fall from that, but at the other hand, Windrunner will.
Yeah, won't be able to disjoint the Sniper ult with that. And
evasion will keep you safe from that, unfortunately.
Yeah. She did go for a Blink Dagger, which I like, but I feel like Force Staff would be a little better here to keep you away from the Slark. Like, they have this issue where they want to get close to Sniper, yes, but they also want to stay far away from Slark. And now Spirit in the jungle, he'll meet up with My Nuts. He does have an Ice Blast available. It doesn't look like My Nuts is going to go for it, but Monkeys is going to go for it. And he'll actually get a Searing Chains off. A glimpse back on the Batrider. My Nuts already going down. Sing Sing will find a kill on Spirit here. And a duel on the Ember Spirit, who's gonna definitely be falling here. Another win for Sexy Bambo. I mean, if you're into Legion, I guess she is.
Another glimpse, another Kinetic Field.
Oh my goodness.
Combination.
And this game is beginning to get very out of control for the Thundercats. They've picked up a few key items, and that's nice, but they're not really making a big impact with them like Burden's United are, which the Legion with the Blink, and now the Blade Mail, which will do even more at this point. Slark with his Blink, and what's gonna be a very quick Scotty, even for the Hand of Midas being picked up. Chen being able to move his creeps around the map and just serve as mobile vision. They have map control, and they have control of this game in general.
Yep.
And that's definitely where you want to be up against the team from the Thundercats. Unfortunately, looks like Monkey's just Searing Chains to creep up there.
Oh, Spirit.
Oh, dear. He gets an ult off on Slark. Unfortunately, though, Monkeys, faced with the Blade Mail of Legion, it's not going to do too much. He's going for a drum 21 minutes in. This is... Okay, this is the backup plan. Now, meanwhile, in the bot lane, Windrunner going to blink forward, and actually will get glimpsed away from Disruptor.
They're having such a hard time getting anything done at this point. I mean, I mean, if you look at the lineup, then theoretically, yeah, sure, there's a lot of pickup on this team between the Batrider,
Oh, yeah.
and the Ember Spirit. I mean, Windrunner with Blink Dagger even. Just blink to get yourself into position for a Shackle Shot.
But
the
if you
thing is
can't
that
keep
they're
your
not having
heroes
problems with
alive-
pickoffs, they're having problems with Burden United being able to reinforce at such an amazing speed between the Blink Dagger on the Slug, the Legion Commander, and the long range of the Sniper. And the Glimpse as well, that's a hugely long range if you think about it.
Oh no, Windrunner probably dying here. Kappa will at least go down to half health, or maybe less. Monkeys trying to get in with the Remnant. It's not going to be enough, and another duel coming out from Sexy Bambo. These heroes just come out of nowhere, it seems. Sniper tries to take down July Flame. He'll be TPing home right now. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, it looks like MyNuts is... I'd call him the ballsiest Chin player I think I've ever seen. Pubs, pro scene, otherwise. I mean, he doesn't care. He's like, I am Chin, hear me roar, boys. And Fluff gonna be bursted down by not only Sexy Bambo, but also Master Sing Sing here.
Yeah, I don't think this game will go much longer, to be honest. You say never, but...
Yeah, it's iffy. Especially when... This is the problem with AA. If you can find a pickoff on AA, what does he really do against you?
Yeah.
He doesn't build 4 staff. He might build Yules, but generally that's going to be after your Ags, and you just don't have time to get away. You're too slow. You're too... You need too much setup for your spells and everything, so...
Pretty much everyone but the Disruptor can solo kill him right now.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Similar for the other Titan, I guess. He can do a little bit more, he can throw the Stomp. Oh, another duel comes out. Evasion doing quite some work though. It's gonna be last as a They will get the counter kill here. Not with the duel, unfortunately, but that's still a mega kill streak. Going away with Thundercats. Might get another one here.
We'll get another, actually. Ember Spirit cleaning that one up, and definitely what he needs at this point in the game. That'll finish up the drum, and he'll have 800 to go. I'd still much rather see, like, a Perseverance, something picked up toward the Battle Fury. But you want to commit to the drum because, well, you need to commit to the drum.
Did you look at the fight recap?
I didn't get to see it, no.
I'll just guess the gold change overall.
3K?
Don't look at the graph.
I glanced at the graph, but I didn't really look at it long enough to get anything. So, I'm not cheating.
3K was pretty good, so it's 3.5k, give or take, and 5,600 XP going away from the cats. So, that's actually a big deal. If they can get 1 or 2 more of those, then maybe they have a chance. If they manage to bring Burden United to a point where they tilt a little bit, where they don't execute quite as flawlessly as they happen, then they still have a chance to get some space, get some actual damage items here on the Ember Spirits. And the Windrunner as well. They need both of them to do the damage that they need, I want to say.
I'm interested to see if Monkeys decides to go like crit first here instead of Battle Fury. I don't think he will, considering they do have a Slark and they have all the Chin creeps. Even though damage will be halved, it'll do a lot. Now, actually a duel coming out from Legion, and Monkeys will come in here. He'll turn around on Legion, actually, and do a ton of damage. The Chilling Touch as well. Glimpse backwards, but there's your Ice Blast. I don't think it's enough to kill her off, though. Mask of... Whoa!
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't commit that earlier, the Ice Blast. He had that available. Could have easily killed him before the Hand of God came out.
He was waiting to ensure that, you could have Ember there, but we're gonna have Come With Me getting dragged back by the Batrider. Actually, not much damage coming out from Bat. The ult of Come With Me is expended here. There's a heal coming out though, and Shin able to be there with the Test of Faith, and again well rewarded as he takes down the Bat. Chin banishing Hellfire from all planes.
It's a 2 for not even 1 trade here, as they did not end up getting the Legion Commander, and yeah, Sexy Bambo back to full health now as well, so they didn't actually achieve anything. Paid 2 heroes now. Chen pushing the base 26 minutes in, not always that you see that.
Yeah, and it is going to be Battle Fury coming up for Ember Spirit here.
Oh, that assassinate. That's on a real low cooldown.
It's on a very low cooldown, and it just like cuts deep into AA's health. He's already forced back to the well, and at this point I'm thinking he might want to sit there. Sniper, though, caught in a big ult from Elder Titan.
He doesn't care, he has Aegis.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to back off. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name of that spell, so... It just, I renamed it. Big ol' Elder Titan ult. And actually, his Aegis will be used here as he gets hit with the Shatter, as well as the Stinging Chains. Monkey's ready to engage or possibly retreat if he needs to. But keep in mind, he doesn't want to zip in because then Glimpse is used just to get him out. He wants to walk in, get Glimpse back, and then zip back in. So that Glimpse is definitely on cooldown and he can definitely survive in these fights. But they at least bring down the Aegis. They've got great high ground defense with the Elder Titan, the Ember Spirit, and the Windrunner, who is sitting only 400 gold away from Ags. I don't think this is one of those games where you're so desperate that you sell like your bottle and your TP to pick up the Ags, but the Ags is pretty necessary, and if there's another big high ground push coming, I just say do it.
Yeah, it's gonna solve the damage issue, I guess. At least for Windrunner. They should have enough if they can just put on a little bit of control throughout the team fight. It's still gonna be hard because Burden United is the one that are gonna put you under so much pressure here between the Slark and with the Skadi completed Demon Edge as well on him now. Just blinking in, making your life miserable.
Excuse me.
And yeah, you still can't survive that, of course. If he pounces on you as a Windrunner, sure you can pop evasion, but or Windrun as it's called, which is essentially the evasion. But yeah, it's not gonna cut it for the entirety of the team fight. Not necessarily gonna be able to kill the Slark and everyone else during that time that you have that evasion potential.
The timing coming out from Windrunner though, we finally have this Ag Scepter up. 28 minutes, it's not the best, but better late than never at this point. And she'll really be able to make something happen. She is the most farmed hero on the side of Thundercats, seeing as Ember isn't quite living up to his potential yet. But he's only about 200 gold and a Perseverance away from that Battle Fury, and if he can get that, I'd say they can get their feet back in this game, for sure. The question is, can he get it in time? Is it going to be too late by the time he finally picks it up that they'll be down 2 racks and just can't do it without, like, 2 rapiers and a mega crit or something?
I don't know. I think Burden United are gonna look to hit before that happens. Before that, I mean, Cleave, as good as it is in this game, especially up against the Chen creeps, it can only do so much. I mean, Chen's gonna have a negative scepter before long himself, and that means a very low cooldown on Hand of God. So you're gonna be able to heal up a lot of that between high ground pushes. So that impact is mitigated. What Battlefield does for you mostly is just even more farming potential, right?
Well, it's also very much a damage item on Ember because it is going to mean that for each creep you hit, you do a little more damage to the enemy, and for each hero you hit, you do a chunk of damage to the enemy team, especially the more grouped up they are. So if they can get good disables off, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. But yeah, the problem with that is, of course, it's very situational, and I don't see Burn United clump up all that much. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I lost my train of thought. God damn it.
Yeah.
I want to say something profound, but well, I'll blame you, Revo. I'll blame you.
You can blame me.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's probably my fault. Again, though, real quick, big shout out to our over 300 viewers. I'd just like to point out, if you guys could please speak a little bit of English, that would be nice. Most of our chatters are here for English, so we're going to try to enforce that the best we can.
Huh.
But we appreciate you guys coming here anyway. Anyways, moving on. We do have Sing Sing getting jumped on. He's actually going to get lasered. Can't purge it off just yet. They'll force staff him back. Shackle shot coming through. It's not quite enough. He does have the AA Ice Blast on him. It won't be enough to finish him off. Now Sexy Bambo moving in here. Will Blade Mail up, but isn't going to get a duel off just yet. The rest of the team trying to move in and reinforce. And it looks like Sing is going to get the jump on Spirit here, who will get dueled up with a glimpse back as well. Sniper ult committed as well, if not even needed. And will actually not be committed, it's saved for later, but
I was zoomed out doing that, and it was so beautiful. I mean, Slark jumping in here, doing the initial damage here, then the glimpse back. I don't even know where the disruptor was, somewhere on the other side of the map. Probably here with the range of the glimpse. Glimpse right back to this position, and Sexy Bambo was just waiting there. He knew exactly where Spirit was gonna come out. Gets another dual win. That's 96 extra damage here, 32 minutes in. That's a really good quarter.
Yeah. I would also like to point out, posting links to another stream will get you banned. Mods, please enforce that.
Dun, dun, dun.
The ban hammer hath been dropped, and Sing Sing actually getting it purged off of him, but a nice shackle shot coming through nonetheless. And Monkeys... Oh, he just barely mistimed it. Tried to dodge it with the Remnant, and actually, he's going to be down for a minute here, and they have to hold without him. 52, under fire. There's a big Elder Titan, excuse me. Ult coming out, Earth Splitter, that is. Chin going down to July Flame, could end up falling here. There'll be a buyback from Legion Commander. July Flame under fire, and now under the assassination shot from Sniper. There's a Yule's up from Elder Titan just in time here to defend. Spirit dropping low, but still standing strong here. So the rest of his team seems to have backed off. However, Sing going to find the pickoff, and they'll actually get a jump onto July Flame. Can he get away in time? It doesn't look like he can. No Blink Dagger available. Slark trying to chase him down. A little bit interrupted there, but a blink forward from Legion. It's 4 down, and it looks like that'll be it. TC's, well, Elder Titan, the last one standing here, and he's got to hold for a good 30 seconds-ish before most of the heroes are back up, and I don't see this push letting out from Burdens United. But, of course, with a game of this high stakes on the line, they're not going to just give in and tap out early.
Yeah. But it's just a matter of time, though. I mean, at this point, there's some people say that it's actually better to just GG out and then forget about the game. But it all depends on the mindset that you're in, what kind of team you are, of course. But I myself wouldn't want to stay in a game like this, especially since, you know, let's say it's only game 1 of a best of 3. It is best of 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And then just wipe that off the memory. Go into game 2 with a fresh draft, with a different draft. And then, I mean, at this point, all you're doing is exhausting yourself and kind of giving extra momentum to carry to the enemy team that they can carry into the next game as well. Just psychological momentum, if nothing else, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if you're just able to go in like that, like on Slark here, just blink in, pounce, right click, kill, and then yeah, same goes for Legion Commander. 60 Bambo is also able to do that pretty much every single time. If you're able to be a sniper that can just right click away, and then even use the assassinate, even though it's absolutely unnecessary at this point. 1 or 2 right clicks will do as much damage, right? That just feels good playing that.
Yeah, it definitely does.
But yeah, for now, TC still holding on. They still have another T tower in the bottom lane. So that's at least gonna give them some access to Roshan. They're definitely scouting that out. They're expecting Burden United to take that pretty damn soon. They don't look like they want to do that just yet. We still have Sexy Bamboo here, just waiting for someone to farm this top lane.
Yeah, and a Perseverance will be coming up on Ember now. Yep, there's the Battle Fury finally complete. So it may have taken a little while, but it's better than nothing at least.
35 minutes in though, that's not the time that you're looking for.
Oh, it's better than nothing, but it's not as good as most things, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
It's better than nothing, but that's literally all it is.
Absolutely, yeah, I could have said it better myself. Sure, Battle Fury Ember Spirit is great, but then look at the Slark. He has a freaking Basher, he has an Eye of Skadi and an MKB.
And eventually he'll be selling his Midas and picking up something else, and then getting Boots of Travel. They've got to get a big fight now, and they'll pick up the Aegis, yeah. Pretty easily.
This Roshan's gonna go down pretty damn
Actually, they're gonna back off when they see the Elder Titan Spirit coming into the pit. One thing I haven't mentioned this game is how good Elder Titan is at controlling the Roche pit. It's like the Spirit was just measured up to the Earth pit, or the Roche pit. It just fills it up. You set up with a stomp. You walk in, take the Aegis. You also have an Earth Splitter coming through to do a lot of damage. And there's just not much the enemy team can do if you get the jump on him right.
Actually, I don't know that they need to care. I mean, they could just have the Slark here in the pit and just wait out the stomp. You can always push it off right away if you time the Dark Pack well.
Yeah.
So,
Oh!
Yo, July comes in, goodbye.
It was worth a shot, but it didn't pay off at all.
No. That's just one of these 0.1 or 0.0001% chances.
But desperate times call for desperate measures, and that's definitely what Thundercats are thinking now.
But then again, what does it? Just say he got the Aegis, right? What does that do? He dies, not regardless, right?
Yeah.
And then sure, Burden United don't have the Aegis, but they're not dying in first place. So it's just this added extra bit of security that they got themselves because they could. Because they had the opportunity to draw the game a couple of minutes here.
Slark gonna blink in.
Fluff. Yeah, goodbye.
See ya. Windrunner actually dodges the assassinate with the blink, which is very nice, but it's just a cool little trick here. AA ulti does come out, and Ember dishing out a decent amount of damage, not quite enough just yet, but a decent amount, and now Windrunner in a lot of trouble here. Is gonna fall to the sniper ulti. This looks like the end right now for the Thundercats, and it'll be GG called. They're gonna be going over to game number 2, which we will be casting in just a moment. It just didn't work out for them. They got behind, and this is a lineup that needed to be ahead from very early on. And once they started getting picked off, it kind of didn't stop on their side of things. So, yeah.
Yep, they show us that they're a force to be reckoned with. And even though no one has any idea who they are, if you're just tuning in. But of course, this is Burden United, Sing Sing's new team, and also a little bit of an all-star team here in the European scene with Come With Me, Minot, Necroman, and Sexy Bambo also joining.
Yeah. Again, guys, this is Truesight TV. I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by DragonDrop Dota. Any feedback you have to give us, you can find us on Twitter under those names, DragonDrop Dota, SP Revolution 5, and Truesight TV. And also, if you can hit follow, that would help us out a ton here. Thank you guys very much for coming out, and we'll be right back with game number 2. So stay tuned.